Hello, everybody. Hykiri here for the Hykiri Nation Community Spotlight. We're our friend Tori, also known as LeRoyal Gamer. Tori, how about you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and who exactly LeRoyal Gamer is?
So, LeRoyal Gamer kind of just came to me eventually. I was originally called DJ00345 because that's unoriginal. Um, and I had to make a new account for my YouTube and my Twitch and all that. And I was like, what kind of thing would work? And I was a big fan of a YouTuber called Z Royal Viking, and immediately was like, I want something with royalty in it. So, LeRoyal Gamer came out, and I'm a YouTuber and a charity streamer on Twitch. I'm a transgender female, so born male, transitioned to female, and completely out on Twitch, which is it's a little stressful, but complete 100% charity stream. I've been doing charity stream pretty much. I don't even know how long it's been, but we've done about like 7 charities so far. Um, I'm really big about helping other people. Doesn't matter if it's person, animal, whatever it is. I like helping people. That's pretty much what I do. That's why I stream. I like helping people. I like showing support for everybody. It's fun, and I'm a huge gamer. I like making games. I love doing whatever.
How long have you been streaming?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I think it's been about a year, maybe two. I actually have no idea. I
Wait, I
know I
think we've been
started. I think it
friends.
was like somewhere around like May. I know it was in May of some year. I think it was 2016. My friend Napalm Plays was like, you should stop streaming on YouTube. Try out Twitch, and I'm like, okay, I guess I could do that.
How was the transition between Twitch, or well, YouTube to Twitch?
It was confusing at first, but I preferred it because the YouTube stuff, it was like, at least YouTube streaming, it would cause so many problems, lag, delay. Going to Twitch was like one of the best things I've ever done. A lot more friendly with the community. People are nice. YouTube, I get like so many trolls and all that, so it was a great switch. I enjoy it.
Yeah, Twitch has been nice to me too. You still get trolls, but I mean,
Yeah, the
you can't get
occasional.
that everywhere. No matter where you go.
hmm
What made you decide to become a charity streamer instead of, an everyday streamer?
I mean, I was originally an everyday streamer. I prefer to help others before myself. So I would say I'm a 100% charity streamer. I mean, I do take occasional breaks from charity streams just to like kind of like recollect myself because the charity streaming can be a lot of work. But I've grown up and been taught when I was growing up that help others as much as you want to help yourself. So that's kind of how I do it. I help others before myself, and then once I'm done helping people, I help myself. And
Yes.
I've always been okay with charity, so that's why I'm like, yeah, charity, it's good.
Right now, you're streaming for the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
The best friends animal
That's what we
sanctuary,
both are.
yes.
And what made you decide to go for that charity?
Well, I mean, besides you picking it, I love animals, so it was a great choice. I love, I my dogs that I have are uh, from sanctuaries and shelters and all that. So it's a great charity. It's to help bring, support and like bring notice to any of the animals, dogs, cats. I think they do horses, pigs, turtles, everything. So it's a great charity. I've always loved animals, and if I could, I'd adopt them all.
What about your animals? What's their names? What kind of dogs are they?
I got a black lab, I believe foxhound mix named Milo, and he's a licker. He likes to lick everything, and he's super tiny and energetic. And then I have a yellow lab Sharpei mix that is super shy, but if they see someone who is new, she freaks out, starts barking. But then if you were to like drop a penny from upstairs, she would hear it and she'd go running away. Super skittish, super shy. Bark is worse than the bite.
Sounds like my Sammy. She barks at everything, but scared to death of everything.
Exactly.
What kind of games do you stream?
It kind of just depends. I kind of like to go with whatever the viewers want. Mainly that's horror games, which I absolutely hate horror, but I do it for the lulls. I do it for the thrill, the energy, all of that. Otherwise, it's mainly adventure games, open world kind of things, like Skyrim, Subnautica, anything that just gets it so that I have plenty of stuff to do in a game. But it also can either make it so that viewers enjoy it, or it makes it so that there's funny little things that go on, like things I can laugh at.
You mentioned horror games, and people get scared really easy,
Oh yeah,
and people love that. What would you say was the scariest
the
that you've streamed
scariest
so
game.
far?
I mean, I've streamed both Outlast games. Outlast 2 was pretty good. Um, it gave me a few jump scares. Layers of Fear has to be one of the like Outlast 2, Layers of Fear. Those are in the top two, I would say, or at least the top five. Trying to think. Left Alone, an indie horror game, was like really high up there on for me because it was I think one of the first or second horror games I streamed, and that scared the living daylights out of me. And now that if I replay it, I don't get scared by anything. But it's just that was like one of them. So I'd say I don't know. Scariest one probably would be Outlast 2 because it had a lot of different scares. And then Layers of Fear maybe a close second.
To me, I think it's more about the psychological scare
Yeah,
than
exactly.
a violent scare. So,
Hmm.
Layers of Fear, that's probably the scariest game I ever played. It was horrible. Great game, but man.
Very good game.
Whew.
The DLC for it really got me at one point to the point where I almost ended up not continuing. Made my heart stop.
Yeah, the struggle was definitely real. How long have you been gaming?
Gaming since God, I don't even know. That's a long time ago. I originally started with a PlayStation and a N64. I mean, it's not that far back, but I mean, uh, I don't know. I'd say probably since I was like 8 years old, I was playing. I think like the N64, and ever since then, I just loved it.
Yeah, I wish I could have played that. The old hands wouldn't let me, but I
Yeah,
got to watch it a few times, and
it's
it
fun.
has some good games,
Hmm.
especially Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers. Those were like some of my
Yeah.
favorite games.
Do you like RPGs?
I love RPGs.
What's your favorite?
My favorite RPG is tied between. Ooh, it's tied between Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Witcher 3.
Ooh,
Witcher
those are
3 is
great.
such. Yeah, I know. Elder Scrolls was. Oblivion was, I think, the first RPG that I like really played. And then Witcher 3 was just an amazing, amazing game.
I still need to finish Witcher.
I
I've
haven't
never
finished
finished it.
all of it, but it's such a good game.
It really is. They put a lot of work into it,
Hmm.
and I often see you play, Elder Scrolls a lot.
Elder
You can
Scrolls
never get
is
over
my
that.
favorite series.
Elder Scrolls is amazing, so it's really hard to get tired of that.
Hmm.
I still play though, so you can't get over. Yeah,
Can't get over it.
yeah. Have you played any I guess competitive games like
Competitive,
WWE or Rocket League, Smite?
competitive,
Esports.
like anything competitive that I've done would be. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like I've played a little bit of that PUBG game.
Mhm.
I'm not too good at it, so it's not something I really play often. The only game I can think of that's super competitive that I played was Overwatch.
Oh, I've never played Overwatch.
It's fun. It just kind of has its moments where you get too angry and you have to take a little bit of a break from the
Get that
game.
rage out there.
The salt just builds.
So how do you think, I guess the different communities of Twitch have been to you since you're,
Oh,
transgender female?
they, I mean, they're supportive. It kind of depends because you kind of get those people that will go in purposefully to
Yeah.
anything LGBT and be like, "Oh, hey, you're gay or you're transgender or you're lesbian or," and be like, "Could you explain a little bit? Because I don't quite understand." And then you explain, but then they leave, and it's like that they were really, and just judging by their name too. Like I'm
Yeah.
not a very judgmental person, but when they come in asking, they're like, "Oh, are you open about this? Could you explain more?" But then you look at their name and it's something that you could just tell they're being a troll. But
Yeah.
for most part, people seem to be super supportive about it. Most people actually don't know when they come in, even though I stream under an LGBT community and I have it in my panels that I am transgender. A lot of people don't realize it until either someone keeps on saying she in the chat, or then they decide to actually look at the panels and like, "Oh, I see you're transgender. I'm so sorry." And they're actually really supportive. It's just those occasional ones that come in and they're trolly, or if you get raided by like 4chan or something like that, and they're
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, yeah, it's not fun."
I remember when we met, and I didn't know then, but when you told me it was, you're still just a gamer, so
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's what matters. I don't think it's that big of a deal for anybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's for the trolls, but you're gonna
It's
have
just
that
the trolls.
regardless. So if you could say anything to your followers, what would you tell them?
I would tell them thank you so much for believing in me and supporting me, and for making streaming and YouTube and whatever it is that I do the best thing about my life right now. It's what I wake up, I go to work, I come home, and that's all I think about is streaming or YouTube or whatever in order to chat and be with all the people that support me. It's been quite a journey, and I couldn't have done it without any of you guys.
Yeah, you're one of the few streamers that I've watched, since you started, and I might have been a couple of months off, but
A couple.
yeah, I was there pretty much when you started, and
Exactly, yeah.
you're one of the few that kept on.
Hmm.
You don't see a lot of streamers that come into it and keep on, and you can tell the difference because when you're just looking at your channel, you put tons of work into it,
Yeah.
and that's definitely something you have to admire compared to
Hmm.
other streamers. When it comes to stream competition, as far as going against other streamers, how do you think you fare against other streamers when like titty streamers or esports streamers?
I mean, everyone streams for their own reason. I mean, there's people out there that are the booby streamers. There's all the esports streamers. There's um, I'm trying to think of other ones. There's ones that are they like barely pay attention to chat, and they only
Yeah,
ever care about like they only ever read the chat whenever there's like a donation or something. There's those people. I mean, that's the way that they stream. Good for them. With me, it's just all about the interaction. If someone donates or like raids and it's a big raid, or even if it's a small raid, I notice it because I'm like, I don't know. I have my three monitors all set up specifically for certain things. So if I see the chat move, I'm like, I don't even pay attention. If I'm being attacked by something, or I'm being playing a horror game and I'm being chased by something, I'll keep on running in the game, but I will focus on chat or the alert or whatever, and it's I interaction is what keeps me going.
I think so. I think I think a good streamer has to have a good interaction with their fan base,
Exactly.
and I think you do that well. So you're always right under the key
Hmm.
when people comment and stuff. So
Exactly.
kudos for
Interaction
that.
is how everything works for me. And I mean, even when I'm not streaming, I have my phone with me and I'm on Discord all the time. And if someone, I normally get it if a message comes through on Discord, I'm like one of the first people to actually see it. I may not comment because I may be busy, but I'm at least there and then I'll comment when I'm not busy. And it's like I try to stay in touch with everyone no matter where I am, what time zone I'm in. I still try to get back to you and notice that you're trying to talk to me.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Um, so what do you think about all the changes that are coming forward with Twitch?
Um, I mean, I like some of the changes. I definitely do like how they made it easier for people to be, the whole affiliation program as what I am. I'm an affiliate, and so are you, and a lot of people are. I think that was like one of their biggest changes that I really enjoyed because it kind of brought notice to some of the smaller streamers saying, "Hey, we noticed that you are doing, that you are doing this and we want to reward you for it." And it makes it so that way you're noticed and that way, you're not giving up hope because I know a lot of people they do want to do partnered streaming, full-time streaming for the rest of their life. Like that would be a dream for me to be doing that, and then I could still be doing like the whole charity stuff. It would be great to just wake up and only have to worry about streaming. And at one point, the without being an affiliate, I was starting to lose hope because people weren't showing up. But I mean, now I realize if no one shows up, they could be busy. It's easier for me to understand that. But I was starting to lose hope on the whole streaming thing. I wouldn't be motivated for it. And then as soon as I started having people come back in, and then I got the affiliation thing, it kind of like says, "Hey, you're doing a good job. Keep going." And now I know if I don't have any viewers in the channel, then that's fine. Everyone's busy, but it's then about me having fun. And then if someone pops up, it's like, "Hey, let's talk."
When
So I
streaming,
think
do you
that,
think? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
oh no,
off.
no, it's okay. I think that would be the biggest change for me right now is the whole affiliation program giving hope to other streamers.
Yeah, it definitely did give a lot of hope, and it makes get viewers easier. I think.
Yeah, it helps get viewers a little easier because it shows that that you've put in the work for it. But I mean, it gives hope for people saying, "Hey, if I can do it, you can do it." You're one more step closer to getting to your dream of being full time. So,
What's the one thing you've learned from streaming since you started?
um, that trolls come in many different shapes and forms. That would be the one thing I learned about because going from YouTube, I didn't really have many trolls. It would just be the occasional person comments on a video saying, "Boo, you suck," whatever. And then coming to this and seeing people like going at it on you, it was something new that I was not ready for at the time. I was not ready for it. My first troll was when I was watching one of my good friends streaming and she got raided by 4chan and 9gag and trolls were all over her chat and I'm like, I don't ever want to be doing that again, banning trolls and all that because I wasn't ready for it. I feel like I'm ready for it now, but I still don't want it to happen.
Yeah, nobody enjoys it too much. But sometimes I guess it's just
I only
people get
enjoy
bored.
it when they like say something and I have a remark that I could say back.
Yeah, there's been quite a few of those. I mean, you see them in my chat.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't think
seen
I've
them.
ever seen them in yours. Not
I
that I can
I
think
get the
of.
occasional one. I get the occasional one. I think my most recent one actually had to do something with. Um, I was playing Rust with my friends War Master and Napalm, and the guy came in, and it was an LGBT thing. He said, "I have like he said I noticed that you said you're transgender in your panels. are you open about it for discussion? I said, yeah, sure. And they're like, in all honesty, what is your point or what is your thought of how homosexuality began? And I knew immediately that it was a troll, just because of the name and because no one asked that. Everyone should know by now,
Yeah.
how that stuff happens. So instead of answering it, I'm like, well, before I answer it, let my friends answer it. And I asked my friends, and I told them the same thing. And I just tried to turn the troll around instead of being salty about it and then banning them. If I have a way to make a laugh out of it and see if they like go away from their troll personality and be like, that was a great answer. I enjoyed that. And then they become, they transition from troll to viewer kind of thing.
Yeah.
My friends had said the reason why that homosexuality exists is because of Freddie Mercury from Queen. And it's a great answer. So I was expecting someone to say something, but no, they ended up leaving. So it's, it works out.
If you could give future streamers any piece of advice, what would you tell them?
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Pretty much, that's as simple as it can be. Don't give up hope. You may not have any viewers for however long, but as long as you have friends that can view and watch you, follow you, support you, eventually things will work out. And I mean, how it started with me was I had viewers that came from YouTube to watch me, and then after that, it was just going into I went into mainly smaller streamers, and it wasn't like I was trying to promote myself or anything, but I went into smaller streamers, chatted with them a bit, and then, they become your friends, and then you talk more, and then because you guys are friends, they check you out, they follow, whatever. And I mean, that's one way to do it. It's not like I was asking for them to follow. I went in, I enjoyed chatting with them, and because of that, we became friends, and they're like, I'm going to follow you so I can come and see one of your streams at one point.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how you can do it. But I mean, don't go into other smaller streams and be like, hey, promote me.
Yeah.
Because that won't work.
I've had a few of those.
Yeah, I've had plenty of them be like, hey, could you shout me out? And I'm like, no.
I don't even know who you are.
If you ask me for a shout out, I'm not giving you a shout out.
Yeah.
Because it's just rude. Don't talk about your stream unless I ask. Like if you host and I see that you have like 2 viewers, then I can assume it says hosted with 2 viewers. I can assume you are probably streaming. And I'll ask, oh, were you streaming? And if you say yes, then yeah, I don't mind you talking about it. I'll be like, oh, what were you streaming? Oh, I was streaming, Subnautica. Oh, that's cool. And then I'll be like, how long have you been streaming? That's fine, but don't go in and start shouting yourself out or demanding stuff. It won't work out. But yeah, just don't give up, because I almost did, and it was not a smart decision. I kept on pushing myself, and it's led to a lot of great things. Affiliate, friends, all these charity things, and just constant support from everybody.
That's a good answer. I remember, when I first started streaming, I had other people come in and like, shout my name out, I'm gonna do to have one viewer.
Yeah.
Who exactly is gonna follow you?
Exactly. I have one viewer. What am I gonna do?
I mean, what do you tell streamers, to other streamers, who are streaming out there? And for instance, today I was streaming, and I only had one viewer. The whole stream nobody was talking.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell other streamers about days that you get like that? I mean, we all get them, so
Yeah, we all get streams that you don't have anyone talking. You may have people watching, but they may be watching in the background. Like sometimes, and I'll even admit it with you, I'll be watching you, and because I have the 3 monitors, I'll put you on one monitor, and I'm still watching, but I'm mainly listening, and then I'll turn to the left to watch. But I'll be doing research or something on my main monitor, or I'll be looking up something, doing browsing shopping sites or something, and then I'll hear something go down, like on WWE when you're playing. I'll be like, "Ooh, let's see, did he win?"
I
So
think we all
it's
do it. I mean,
yeah,
you
it's
have things to do, so
exactly. You all have things to do. So if no one's chatting, then I mean, they may be watching. Like when I'm at work, I'm able to watch, but most of the time I can't chat because I have calls coming in. So I normally will go into, if I'm watching a friend of mine's, like yours or anyone else, I go in and I say, "Hey, I'm at work. I'll be on and off during depending on calls." It means I'm still there. I can hear. It's just if I don't reply right away, it's because I'm on in the middle of a call.
right.
So it's just if you have no one chatting, but you see people watching, I mean, it's just the normal. And like I know a lot of people say don't shout out the lurkers. So if someone comes in, you don't want to just be like, "Oh, hey, say hi." But I mean, everyone has their own ways of doing it. It's just some people they just want to watch and they don't want to chat. Just keep going at it. That's pretty much what I can say about it.
Yeah. I mean, some workers don't like to be, even acknowledged at times. They just want to remain in
Exactly.
the backseat
Exactly.
and just enjoy the show, and that's fine. Whatever floats your boat for that day.
Mhm.
Even if I'm talking to myself, just keep the stream going.
Mhm.
Do you think the game matters to get viewers?
It depends. I mean, if you were, let's say, if you're a partner streamer and you have minimum of like 50,000 people watching you every single stream, I don't think it matters in the game because they'll watch you for you regardless. But I mean, it all depends. Like it's the stream is about entertaining people, but it's also about you having fun. That's why like sometimes I play games that I know people aren't going to watch because I want to enjoy myself. But I want to see if anyone will show up and chat and be like, "Oh, what's this game about?" But I think to get like definitely certain games will get viewers more. It all depends. If you're playing like the higher watch games like League, then you're most likely to get noticed. Minecraft, you'll get noticed, but Minecraft mainly has trolls that come in for more noticed. Uh,
Yeah.
it all depends really, because like I've had people when I started my Subnautica stream that came in and they were just curious, and it's because Subnautica just released recently. But it's like the bigger games. If you play the bigger games, some people may watch you because they don't want to watch people that have like 1,000 viewers. They want to watch someone who has not many viewers where the chat's not going by so fast. And that's something I prefer. Is normally I will go in like I watch partner streamers all the time, but most of the time if I'm looking for something new, I will go and look at a certain game, but I'll look at the people who have like 0 viewers or 5 viewers because one, the chat is slower, and two, they're most likely to notice more than when there's like 1,000 people talking
Yeah.
at once.
And to me, and I'll be the first 10 minutes to you. I stay, when I'm not streaming myself. I often view all the streamers,
Mm-hmm.
friends, people I don't even know, in different kind of games and games I don't even know about, just to get, almost like a study as to see,
Exactly.
what's popular, what's not, how they do things compared to how you and I would do things. And,
Mm-hmm.
just to improve your stream. But when I first started streaming, I wanted it to be about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew me for WWE, and that's what everybody wanted to watch. And about a year later, I'm just like, I still love WWE. It's still fun to me,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like 50 games over there
Yeah,
that I haven't
exactly.
opened for Christmas that I would still love to play.
Exactly.
So sometimes, like you said, you just need that break. And doesn't mean you don't care about what others want to watch, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you need to enjoy watching you.
Exactly.
Not just a game. And I think streaming is half about the game and half about the interaction between viewer
Exactly.
and streamer. So,
Yeah, it's about the viewers and then the game and then also about you having fun.
yeah.
Uh, I mean, if you're having fun, the viewers are bored. Well, I mean, then they can go watch another stream. But then again, if you're streaming and you're playing a game and you're bored, but the viewers are enjoying it, it kind of like it's vice versa. It's like, yeah, you're bored playing the game. Do you really want to keep continuing the game? But if the viewers like it, are you going to keep playing because they like it, or because you're you know you just want to keep playing to make them entertained, or are you going to switch because you're bored out of your mind?
Right.
So it's kind of like it's the game, you and the viewers. What makes everybody happy?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Hmm.
As long as everybody's having fun, and I think that's what they come by for, you know.
Hmm.
Some people are just lonely one day, and you may never ever see them again.
Exactly.
But you can know you had, that one day to get to know somebody that could either be your neighbor or, somebody way across outside the earth.
Hmm.
It's a great thing. Twitch is an amazing community. No matter what you are or what you do, and I think there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to watch you.
Exactly.
And you make friends. And we became friends, good friends.
Hmm.
And it all started because I was in, I think CG Divi's stream one day, I believe, if I remember right.
Hmm.
And we just started chatting, and I threw you a follow and I watched you
Exactly.
play, I want to say it was Minecraft.
I think it was
I
Minecraft.
think so, yeah. And still have not played Minecraft. But, yeah, and it wasn't, I don't know if Minecraft's my thing or not. But when I was listening to you, the conversation between us was what made me enjoy the stream.
Exactly.
It's not always the game.
Yeah, it's not
So,
always the game. It's the conversation. I remember I enjoyed the conversation we had. I threw you a follow, and then I wasn't like every time that you went online, I was either streaming or I was at work, so I couldn't watch. And then the one time that I was watching uh, Divi, I didn't realize that you were streaming, and he decided to do a host or a raid, and
yeah.
that's when I finally was like, oh, I get to watch a Hykiri stream, and then it's just like it's you then enjoy it, and it kind of goes from there.
Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Exactly.
It just depends on how you mesh with other people.
Hmm.
So I think it's a good thing. You make friends all over the world. And a lot of people, I guess, try to get into streaming to get that instant fame. And they obviously see it's a lot more work than what they thought when they came into this. What do you think to people like that?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work. Don't want to go in and expect anything. Like, don't expect to become partnered in like a month or a year. Like, I mean, you may become partnered in a year. Who knows if you become popular enough? But just don't expect anything. Like, I came into it and I think when I first started, I had like three people watching me for the first like month because they came from YouTube to watch me, and it starts there. Unless you're coming from YouTube and you have like a million people that subscribe to you, and then you are like, oh hey, I'm starting a Twitch channel, come follow me. And before you even stream for your first time, you have already 5,000 followers on Twitch. I mean, other than that, don't expect much until after a little bit of time. You got to get what your stream is about, kind of like a theme around it. Find out what your kind of personality is for Twitch. There's people out there that are like complete jerks to their chat, but apparently the chat loves it. Uh,
Hey, I've been there.
yeah, there's people out there that absolutely love their chat, and then there's the people that like pretty much ignore the chat completely, and for some reason the chat still loves it. It's you got to figure out what makes you you.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I first started. I started on the PS4. And all I had was a webcam. And I went from that to, my setup now. And
Hmm.
all along the way, first few months were just usually me streaming. My first game was Outlast. Was Outlast 1. And I had no viewers the whole time.
Hmm.
Vale watched like twice. So I had me and Vale. And then, what, 2.5 years later, sometimes it still happens. Don't mean I'm a crappy streamer. Just means life moves on, you know. People have things to do, and, but you gotta figure out. You learn a lot about yourself, too.
Hmm.
Because I hated being on camera.
Yeah,
And
that
now I
was
get
one of my
on.
big things.
Now I get on this thing and I'm just like, hey, America, It's not that big of a deal,
A
Hey,
lot of people say that too. They're like, it's like, I don't want to show my face, or I don't want to have a microphone on. I just want to stream. And then eventually they kind of get to that point where they're comfortable enough to at least put a microphone on
yeah,
and not a camera. And then once, I've seen people who are partner streamers that have never even showed themselves on camera. I mean, they may have once just because they're like, oh, face reveal.
yeah,
And then they go back to having no camera and people still love them. But it's like, I think I originally started like that. I think I had a camera for the first time I streamed, and then afterwards I didn't have a camera, but I would still talk on the mic. And then eventually you kind of gain that, confidence to turn the camera on. But then you just need to remember that you're on camera, so be careful what you do.
oh yeah. And there's still times where I go, I'll have to do like stuff with my trade, and I forget the camera's there, like, oops. I'll turn the mic, I'm like, oops.
Yeah,
I had to
exactly.
mute that mic, and like, I'll have a friend throwing in my ear, and be like, I can't even mute the damn mic. Oops, my bad.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
hard to remember that you have those on. So like every time if I have to like someone opens my door or whatever, I have to like pretend like nothing's happening and like I'll like just look over to my monitor and be like I'll say I'll be right back and then I mute myself and I make sure I'm muted for like 10 seconds before I do anything. And then especially with the camera because sometimes I forgot that my camera's on. And I mean, a lot of people say that most gamers don't wear pants. I'm gonna tell you that that's a lie because I do when I
Yeah, me
stream.
too, yeah.
But I'll stand up and then you'll just get a full shot of my stomach and I'll be like, "Oops, I'm sorry." So you got to remember that you have your camera on. You got to remember you have your mic on. It's building that confidence to finally get those turned on for your stream.
Definitely. And it takes a lot of work to get there.
Hmm.
Especially if you're a really shy person. And if you're shy, then getting that camera on is hard.
Exactly. That was how I was with when I first started YouTube. It took me, I think, like 3 months to finally be like, let's put a camera on. And
Yeah.
then when I went to streaming, it was like, let's have the camera on for the first one. And then I'm like, do I really like the camera? Let's turn it off for like a month or so, and then see from there.
Yeah. So what's in the future for LeRoyal Gamer?
I've been planning it out. It's difficult to say because a lot of it is more I can't do it without money, but I have the finances. I just am trying to like cut my spending down. I'm trying to get it more around the theme of royalty because LeRoyal Gamer. So instead of wearing the hat, as much as I love it, it gives me headaches.
I
I
do
want
love
to
the
put
hat.
I love the hat. It's like I want to wear it off like every time I stream. I want to wear the shirt, which I'm not wearing, but I have a branded shirt, LeRoyal Gamer on it. I want to wear it. It's just I always forget to wear the shirt. The hat gives me headaches. So I want to get around that theme. So like I want to buy even if it's plastic, I don't care. I want to buy a crown that I can wear because I've seen
Yes.
people out there they base it around their name a lot. There's a guy I was watching earlier. His in his name it says Captain, so he dresses up like a pirate captain,
Oh, I
and
know a guy like that
yeah
too.
he talks like a pirate. He does that, and he speaks like pirate slang and all that, and it's like that's cool because you based it around your name. That's your theme. That's your community. So with me, I want to wear I would like to wear a crown. Maybe buy some, even if it's cheap, king or queen robes, like that. Wear the rings or something. I want to get like kind of like I want it just to basically be around the whole royal theme. My community is called the Royal Court or Royal Kingdom, so it's I already got that. Um, and then I like to have fun with my viewers, so that's like the future of it. Every game I play, if I find something, a lot of YouTubers have done it. They pick up an item or they find an animal and they say, "Chat, name it." And I have a list on my whiteboard of all the names of things that chat and viewers have come up with for all of these like different things. So that way, when I see it in another game, I can pretty much be like, "Oh, hey, look, it's Larry." I think it was I don't even remember. Larry is the cockroach, so from Amnesia. So if I ever see a cockroach, I can do a little like conversation or a little like thing with it. So that's like the future. It's just making it so my viewers have stuff that they can do, and then making it so it's more around the theme of royalty. And then maybe, who knows, eventually I'll start talking like back in medieval times.
That's amazing. I think those are really good ideas.
I I think it's a good idea. It's just it's definitely financial wise, getting all that stuff.
Yeah.
It takes time, but then just getting used to doing it is that's the part that takes
Yeah.
time.
Definitely. I think you're on a roll there. That's
Yeah, I hope so.
yeah. That's kind of how I revamp the stream for me, and
Hmm.
it's a little bit harder to figure out what exactly is Hykiri, because Hykiri is loosely translated into pink flower or cherry blossom, and I'd rather not have my room pink or cherries or flowers, but but there's a few things here and there. Like I renamed the stream, Home of the Undefeated, and
Hmm.
so seeing yourself and others, do stuff around their name is definitely, a really nice thing to see, because gives
Yeah, we'll
people a
just get you
home.
a wrestling. We'll get you a wrestling match.
Yeah, put a wrestling ring in here, and we'll be set to go.
Hmm.
Throw the core in there, and body slam him a few times, or maybe get Sean here, and last cripple standing. But Tori, I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, and
Always a pleasure.
hope it was fun, and it was fun for me. So
I enjoyed it.
I'll throw this up on YouTube, and I'll send you the link, and I'll plug the hell out of it.
Thank
Try
you
to
so
get you some
much.
followers. Oh no, my pleasure. Don't need to thank me. But I look forward to that rust
I do
and to
too.
anything else. Cherry streams and
Charity streams,
Lord only knows what
everything.
else we'll get into the future. But it was my pleasure, and you're definitely Torius.
I am Torius.
Torius. Well, you have a good night, and thank you again.
You too. Thank you.